one blocked away. Looking down for English. English spinning, reverse, 1,000 for Trevor English. There it is. It is the winter solstice. Christmas is just around the corner. And today we are going to have a holly jolly time as it's Mansfield basketball. And they welcome the Clarion Golden Eagles into Decker Gymnasium. Hello everybody, I'm Drew Patrick. I'll be bringing you the action from these two games today. And of course it's day 2 of PSAC crossover double headers, as yesterday the Clarion Golden Eagles, they were in Lock Haven and made the drive up to Mansfield today for this one. Mansfield faced Gannon yesterday. Starting on Mansfield's side, yesterday it was a loss to Gannon, a 66-49 loss. The team was very close. They were leading after the first quarter, 20-14. And then in the third quarter, the Golden Knights of Gannon closed that game on an 18, or closed that quarter, on an 18-4 run. That ultimately was too much for the Mountaineers to catch up with. For Clarion, they faced Lock Haven yesterday and also fell in their matchup. So both of these teams looking to get some get right before the holiday break. And here they have a chance to try and do just that. The players to watch for the Mountaineers today, coming off her career high 12 points, Chelsea Cover fouled out of the last game. She was upset. And she'll look to continue her hot streak that she's been on. And then the 3-ball for the Mountaineers. I'm cheating here in terms of players to watch because I'm going to name a couple. Expect the Mountaineers to take the 3. They have 5 players on the court, 4 of whom have range, and Jasmine Hilton, who doesn't have 3-point range, does have deep 2 range. This is a team that is pretty guard heavy even at their forwards. Paige Whitfield is a transitioned guard to forward. She can shoot the 3. You have Kira Merritt, Chelsea Cover, Jasmine Perez, part of the starting lineup, all who can make the 3. Sydney Reed off the bench has range as well. This is a team that will expect to take that shot early in this one. And then for the Clarion Golden Eagles, a couple of the players to watch for them are Kiera Messiah. She's their leading scorer on the year. She's a player they're going to look for, and she plays a lot of minutes. Emily Hegeda, also plays a lot of the game, averaging just under 30 minutes for the game. They have a lot of their starting 5. They will play the majority of the game, very similar to what Mansfield's going to do. This is a good matchup. This is a fairly even matchup between these two teams, and it should be a very interesting game. Current common opponents that they've had were Davis and Elkins. Mansfield scraped by with a 76-73 win. And this Clarion team, they really took it to Davis and Elkins, winning that game 90-65. So if you want to do that comparison, you can there. But that was on a neutral floor for Mansfield, closer to where Davis and Elkins was than up here in Mansfield, Pennsylvania. We are just about 30 seconds away from introductions. We are going to take a quick break. Do not go anywhere. Mansfield basketball on Mountie All Access, presented by Visit Potter Tioga.
life-changing medicine is not only medical treatment or surgical treatment, but giving patients hope.
UPMC brings so much to the table. They're just a comprehensive visionary system.
UPMC is innovative and always on the cutting edge of technology.
Defining not only healthcare, but health.
Its expertise, its focus on patients and what is best for patients.
As UPMC, we're able to elevate the standard of care. Just a wonderful opportunity.
It's all part of Mother Nature's perfect blend, the keystone of the Keystone State. Visit Potter Tioga, a 2-county scenic outdoor haven conveniently located, yet worlds apart. A place where you can kick back, unwind, and forget about the pressures of life. Disconnect and reconnect with your friends, family, or even yourself while surrounded by nature's beauty. So start planning your adventures today at visitpottertioga.com.
Back here, let's meet the starting lineups for this game, starting with the Golden Eagles of Clarion. At first, at guard, wearing number 0, the junior from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Karaya Masai.
First of all, the starting lineup.
A sophomore guard from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, she'll wear number 1, Jada Smith. A junior guard from Philadelphia, PA, wearing number 3, India Bobo. A sophomore guard from Karnes City, Pennsylvania, wearing number 22, Emily Hedgedus. And rounding out the starting 5 at guard, a junior from Baltimore, Maryland, wearing number 32, Jasmine Lewis. Clarion is coached by Jana Ashley with assistant coach Jermaine Cooper.
Pennsylvania, number 22, Emily Hedgedus.
They come into this game 2-8 on the year, and matches Mansfield's 2-8 record. Let's meet your starters for the Mansfield Mountaineers. A guard, freshman from Reading, Pennsylvania, wearing number 1, Jasmine Perez. A junior guard from Waynesboro, Pennsylvania, wearing number 3, Chelsea Cover. A junior guard from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, wearing number 4, Kira Merritt. A freshman forward from Upper Marlboro, Maryland, wearing number 5, Jasmine Hilton. And then rounding out the starting 5 for the Mansfield Mountaineers is the junior forward from Altoona, Pennsylvania, wearing number 33, Paige Whitfield. Mansfield is coached by head coach Mike Whitling in his 4th season at the helm, assistant Ashley Williams, and volunteer assistant John Davis. The Mounties come in at 2-8, still looking for that first win in the PSAC.
And rounding out the starting lineup.
And this is a team also still a very young team. You heard me say a freshman a lot in that starting lineup. Perez is a freshman. Jasmine Hilton is a freshman. They have Kendall McKissick coming off the bench, who's a freshman and a big contributor. Sydney Reed, who's only a sophomore, coming off the bench. There's no true senior on this Mansfield team. So Paige Whitfield and Kira Merritt, who are the junior captains, are the de facto seniors of this team. Chelsea Cover, who's a junior, is also brand new to this team. So they're still looking for that identity, and they're hoping that this game can lead them into finding that for the new year. And we're just about ready to get things going.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we will start the game with what we call an administrative technical foul against Clarion. Mansfield will get a foul shot to start the basketball game.
So an administrative technical foul here at the beginning of the game. So Mansfield had 2 shots, is going to start with a 1-0 lead to start this game. Now a technical, technical could be anything from not having the book done to anything in between. We'll try to figure out exactly what that technical was for here in a little bit. But let's get this one going. Smith against Hilton for the tip. And that one's won by the Mounties. Paige Whitfield looking down low to Cover. Ball loose. And she recovered. And we'll just pull it out to Kira Merritt at the top. Hilton over to Perez. Perez back to the top. Kira Merritt add a step and will pull it back with 10 to shoot. Over to Whitfield. Whitfield driving through, kicks this one up. It will bound off the back. No good. Rebound by Smith underneath. To the near side. Messiah over to the top and continuing to work it around the outside. It's Bobo. Back to Messiah. She'll shoot from the foul line. This one off the back, no good. Offensive rebound underneath. Scoops it back up and in for Jada Smith, that is, who gets that bucket. Ahead to Perez. Perez stops, attacks forward, waits. Shot is up. It will not go. Drifts off the side of the rim.
Fire basket was scored by number 1, Jada Smith.
We'll go back to Smith at the top to set up. Gives it off to Messiah into the corner. That's India Bobo. Back to the near side for Lewis. To the top, continuing to work it around the outside. Down low, and off the foot and out of play. As Jasmine Lewis just tried to make a power dribble, and, well, the foot got in the way. Possession back to the Mounties. Paige Whitfield will toss that one into Cover. Cover has room in front. Ahead to Hilton, off the glass and in. It lingered there for a little bit, but did eventually fall. Mansfield takes the lead back 3-2 on the quick transition bucket. Bobo around and out of play. Stays here with the Golden Eagles of Clarion. Hedges to toss it in. Goes into Bobo. Looking underneath. Powers spins. Shot is up. No good, but heading to the line will be Lewis for 2 shots.
First foul of the game goes against number 5, Jasmine Hilton. Hilton's first foul, team's first foul.
That's the first on Jasmine Hilton. First shot no good for Lewis. Second shot off the back, no good. Fighting for an offensive rebound, and they got it back, so a second opportunity here for the Golden Eagles. Over to the far side, and Lewis back to the top for Messiah, working on Whitfield, skips it back over. Perez got a hand in it, takes it away, trying to go coast to coast, lays it up, no good. And she wanted a foul, got nothing there. Transitioning back to the other end, we have a whistle and a stoppage, as Whitfield is down on the other end. And she'll be tended to. We'll take a break. Do not go anywhere. This is Mansfield basketball on Mountie All Access.
It's time to make the PSAC yours. More than 7,500 student athletes working to become champions in 23 championship sports at 18 universities, educating more than 118,000 students, and supported by an alumni base of over 900,000. all in and all ready to make the PSAC yours. It's the Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference.
By Dombrowski, cutting through. This one blocked away. Looking down for English. English spinning. Reverse! 1,000 for Trevor English. There it is. Paige Whitfield walked off under her own power. Mansfield has possession. Sydney Reed came in for her. She was holding her mouth. We'll keep you updated on her status as the game goes along. Perez with the Mounties leading by 1. Over to Kira Merritt, 12 on the shot clock. She'll drive through, skips it back to Hilton, driving forward, lays this one up, and it will fall for Jasmine Hilton. It's now a 3-point lead for the Mountaineers. At the top, Messiah into the corner. Crosses back through. Bobo was reaching towards the center. Ball was loose. She got it back, fires up the shot, and gets it to go. Cover on the far side, taking off. Skips this one over to Perez. She sets. She shoots the 3. It will not go. Rolls long. Cover there to get the rebound. She'll drive in. Stopped her feet to Perez. Through. Shot goes up, and it will not fall. And came down, and I believe she was out of bounds when Lewis came down with it. It'll be Mansfield ball underneath their own basket. They've gotten bailed out that time. Merritt will shoot this one back. And caught by Cover. Over to Reed, to Merritt in the corner. She'll shoot the 3 from the corner. Too long, no good. Rebounded by Jada Smith. Moves it to Bobo, India Bobo. At the foul line, trying to drive through. Goes all the way to the far side wing. Passes back to the near side wing for Hedges. Back over Bobo to Lewis. Shot from the foul line. It will not go. And Jasmine Perez there for the rebound. Way ahead to Hilton. Stop. Quick pop. It goes in and out. No good. As they threaded the needle on that pass. Messiah calling her own number. Shot on the fade. No good. Sydney Reed there for the rebound. To Perez on the far side. Working back to Cover. Finds a cutting Merritt. Looking underneath. Found Hilton. Spin. Shot. Jasmine Hilton. 7-4. Your score. Bobo at the top, letting the play develop. Down to Hedges, trying to take on Reed one-on-one. Underneath, but just that quick little indecision and a help defense caused the speed bag to be brought out. It's a travel and possession back to the Mounties. Full court press on, and now they drop back, or full court man on. Cover driving through to Hilton, skips it to Perez. Works back to the top, down to Hilton. And Hilton will be called for the walk.
Ball goes over to...
And that brings us to our first media timeout. The score 7-4. The Mounties lead. This is Mansfield basketball on Mountie All Access, presented by Visit Potter Tioga.
UPMC is a visionary hospital, cutting-edge research, all of the exciting things out on the edge of medicine.
There's a challenge every day, and there's the potential to help. When given the opportunity to make a difference in someone's life, that's a tremendous feeling.
UPMC's interest in bringing the best there is in the science and research, and bringing that bench side to the bedside is what makes a huge difference.
Life-changing medicine is not only medical treatment or surgical treatment, but giving patients hope.
It's all part of Mother Nature's perfect blend, the keystone of the Keystone State. Visit Potter Tioga, a 2-county scenic outdoor haven conveniently located, yet worlds apart. A place where you can kick back, unwind, and forget about the pressures of life. Disconnect and reconnect with your friends, family, or even yourself while surrounded by nature's beauty. So start planning your adventures today at visitpottertioga.com.
Back here this year, Mansfield Athletics is proud to partner with the Wellsboro House Restaurant and Brewery. Located a short drive west of Mansfield, the Wellsboro House Restaurant and Brewery is your game day destination for great food and drinks. The restaurant offers a wide variety of great meals, and don't forget to ask about the brewery tours. Visit thewellsborohouse.com for more information. Back to the action here. The Golden Eagles of Clarion with the ball. Looking down, trying to weave through, kicks it out. Shot will go up, it will go long, but an offensive rebound and a second opportunity. Looking down for Lewis. It gets tipped out of play. They're going to say last off of Lewis. But Sydney Reed came streaking in. Reed quickly out to Merritt. It gets knocked out of play. They did lose a second on the shot clock due to that. This one into Cover. Cover trying to power her way down the side. She does. Cutting, looking for Perez. Kicks it to the top. Sydney Reed for three. She will hit it. Sydney Reed with a big bucket from the top. 10-4. 4 minutes, 16 seconds left in this first quarter of play. And the Eagles working around the outside, looking down low, powering, shot off the glass and in for Lewis.
Jasmine Lewis.
Cover. Turns and will come up the court across midcourt and over to Perez on the far side wing. To the top for Merritt. Looking to the other side for Reed. Reed back to Cover. Cover will shoot the three. This one no good. Ball bounding away, eventually corralled by the Eagles, and a foul will be called. It got tangled up there right at midcourt. That'll be a foul on Sydney Reed. That's her first, team's second of the quarter.
Number 22, Cattell into the game for the Mountaineers. Checking in for Clarion, number 11, Celeste Ryman.
Celeste Ryman comes in for the Mountaineers, and Bella Cattell, the freshman, came in for the Mountaineers. Skips to the corner. Cutting through, Hedges lays it up and lays it in. It's a 2-point game. Cattell out of play. And the Eagles get the ball back. Ryman quickly into Lewis. Gives it right back to her. Drifting towards the top and pulling it back to set up. 3 minutes remain in the quarter. Mansfield leads by 2, but the Golden Eagles have possession. Cutting towards the basket. Finds Hedges making a power dribble off the glass and in. Knotted up at 10. Reed. Over to Cattell. To the top for Perez. Perez cutting through, lays this one off the glass and in. Put the Mounties back on top with 2:30 to go in the first frame. Driving through and just found the lane and shot the lane. Messiah. Through to Perez, down to Hilton. Drifting, hook shot and in! And she'll head to the line.
Foul on one, Jada Smith, her first foul, first team foul.
Kira Merritt back into the contest. And it's great to see number 33, Paige Whitfield, comes back after she took a tough fall early on. Perez no good on the shot, but she may have been bailed out by an early step by the Golden Eagles, so she'll get another opportunity to complete the three-point play. And second chance is the golden chance. She makes it. Ryman. Quickly over to Lewis. Back to the top. Working around the outside. Messiah has it. Down low. Lewis powering, looking for Hedges. It goes out of play. And back to the Mounties. Olivia Books comes in for the Golden Eagles. Reed trapped in the corner, got it out to Whitfield. Whitfield will take off across. Back to Merritt. Over to Whitfield, far side. Back to the top, Perez. Perez cutting through into the corner. Paige Whitfield will shoot the three! Three-point bucket for number 33, Paige Whitfield. 18-12, the score here. Works it around the outside. Back to Books to Ryman. Steps over, shot goes up, off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound by Kira Merritt. Merritt with a minute to go here in quarter number one and 20 on the shot clock. Merritt dances into the corner. Back to the top for Whitfield to Reed. Reed using the screen, looking down low. Caught, shot off the glass, no good. Had a good look, but Hilton bad angle. Couldn't get it up and in. Ryman over to the near side. Back to the top for Lewis. Back to Ryman. And inning Books trying to drive in on Whitfield. Stopped. Got that one blocked out. Whitfield, great defense there. And they'll have 7 seconds to get it in and shoot. Olivia Paglow, Chelsea Cover in for the Jasmines, Hilton and Perez for the Mountaineers. Kiara Messiah will throw this one in. Into Bobo. India Bobo back to Messiah. Cutting baseline. Shot goes up off the glass. No good. Paglow there for the rebound. 12 seconds and a dead shot clock. Over to Cover. Cover back to Merritt. Kira Merritt will shoot the deep three. No good. Ball bounding away. Lewis fires it forward. And shot will go up, but it will not go up before the buzzer. And the end of one quarter, the score 18-12. The Mounties have the lead. Do not go anywhere. We will take a break. This is Mansfield Basketball on Mountie All Access, presented by Visit Potter Tioga.
It's time to make the PSAC yours. More than 7,500 student athletes working to become champions in 23 championship sports at 18 universities. Educating more than 118,000 students and supported by an alumni base of over 900,000. All in and all ready to make the PSAC yours. It's the Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference.
This one blocked away. Looking down for English. English spinning. Reverse! 1,000 for Trevor English. There it is. Back here in the second quarter now, the Golden Eagles of Clarion will have it. This game started out with a technical foul. It was a book violation, we're getting word. That led to the administrative technical at the very beginning of the game. Mansfield made their one of those two shots to take a 1-0 lead before a single second had ticked off. But here, in the start of the second, Mansfield has an 18-12 lead. Shot is good for three. That lead is now cut to only three. And that was Books with the three. Looking down to Paglow. Olivia Paglow to Whitfield. Whitfield steps through, now gives it off. Looking down, Paglow open underneath the basket, and a 2-point bucket for her. At the top, swings this one over, back to Bobo, to near side for Smith, then over to Messiah. Back to Smith, but was looking away, and the pass goes awry and out of play. Possession, Mountaineers. Quick into Merritt. The Mounties up by 5. Whitfield hands it off to Cover, looking down for Paglow. Dribbles, kicks it back out to Whitfield to the top. Working around the outside, Kira Merritt has it, driving in out to Cover. Cover steps through, looking down to Paglow, off the glass and in. Olivia Paglow. And the speed bag brought out. The pass went over to Books. And she might have got tangled up with the defender and took one too many steps. This one out to Whitfield. Whitfield will direct traffic. This one over to Cover. Cover trying to drive baseline. And the foul will be on the floor before the shot. That is the first Golden Eagles foul we've had of the game. It will be on Olivia Books.
Haley Hart now into the game.
Haley Hart, the sophomore from Albany, New York, will check in for the Eagles for Books. Kira Merritt now with it. Drifts to the top, over to Whitfield. She is open for three. This one is short, no good. Rebound underneath by Smith. India Bobo with it at the top. He'll direct traffic to the wing. Back to the top and swings it to the near side. Continuing to work on the outside, pass down. And that quick little stutter step catches the Golden Eagles again. That's another turnover. Whitfield into cover. Chelsea Cover weaving through, and she'll cut it back and allow the offense to set up. Over to Merritt on the far side. Back up top. Into the corner. Merritt back to Paglow. Paglow working underneath. Kicks this one out. Sydney Reed will shoot the three. This one no good. And rebounded underneath. Shot goes up. Fighting for the rebound. And a foul will be called. Trying to get a hand in there to force a jump But instead, Olivia Paglo will be called for the foul. Her first, team's first of the quarter. Jasmine Hilton will come back in for her. 22-15 the score. Mansfield leads. 7:03 to go here in quarter number 2. First step, driving through. Jada Smith, shot goes up, ball bounding away. Sydney Reed eventually corrals it. And the Mounties get possession back. Reed over to Merritt. Merritt to Hilton. Hilton will shoot this one up, no good from 3. It'll be Bobo. Quick cross, shot from the foul line, goes up and in. Got Mansfield off balanced, and Bobo there to connect. Swings this one over to Whitfield across. Whitfield back to Cover. Cover clearing the way. Swings it back to the top for Whitfield. She'll shoot for 3. Paige Whitfield hits. 25-17, the Mounties lead. No working around. The Eagles looking for a response. Pass down low. Power dribble will bring out the speed bag. As maybe that quick little movement before the ball went down. And Haley Hart, the culprit that time on the walk. This one into Cover, but taken away by Bobo right away. Messiah down, fires it up. It will not go. Ball loose. Haley Hart got the rebound, and she cleans it up and in. Quickly into Cover. Back to Whitfield, and Coach Whitling wants to talk things over. We'll take a 30-second break. Do not go anywhere. This is Mansfield basketball on Mountie All Access, presented by Visit Potter Tioga. By Dombrowski, cutting through, this one blocked away. Looking down for English. English spinning, reverse, 1,000 for Trevor English. There it is. This year, Mansfield Athletics is proud to partner with UPMC Susquehanna to keep athletes on the field of play. Do not let an injury sideline you. Visit upmcsusquehanna.com/sportsmedicine for information on their sports medicine services. They're also proud to partner up this year with Simmons Rockwell Nissans in Horseheads, New York, is your game day destination for quality automobiles. Come see us for award-winning customer service and a great selection of Nissan vehicles. For more information, visit us online at srnissan.com. 25-19. The score, the Mounties lead. And trying to come out of that timeout with a way to break that press. Kira Merritt quickly over to Hilton, back to Whitfield. Whitfield steps back, now charges forward, kicks it to the far side wing, into the corner. Whitfield dribbles out of it. Looking underneath for Hilton. Help defense no good as that shot goes up and in for Hilton. Hilton now in double figures, and she gets a swipe on that one as she read that pass. They were looking for Haley Hart. And Hilton shot out. Swipe that one down. To the near side for Hart. Down to Smith. Kicks it around the outside. Stop, kick, shot goes long, no good, but there was Jasmine Lewis to get the rebound. She'll power it up, no good. And rebound by Hilton, but she came down with the ball, nowhere to step, and well, just had to keep her balance, brought out the speed bag, so possession will stay here with the Golden Eagles. Bobo with it quickly into Messiah, batted up and caught into the corner. Shot for three for Bobo, no good. Bounding away, Kira Merritt comes away with it. Ahead to Cover. Let her shot goes up, it bounces off, no good. And now Clarion trying to transition. India Bobo weaving through a couple of defenders, batted away in front. I believe that was Whitfield who got a hand on it. Perez scooping, looking for Cover. Ball is still in play. And a sloppy couple of possessions for both squads. And Bobo will calm things down. 27-19 your score. Looking underneath, back. Lewis shot from beyond the foul line, no good. Rebound by Cover. To Perez trying to weave through, kicks it out to Hilton. She'll shoot, it will not go. Fighting for the rebound, ball is still loose and eventually rolled into Lewis's hands. Bobo uses two screens to get around, pops it from the foul line, no good. Ball bounding out of play, last off Lewis. And possession will go back to the Mountaineers.
Checking in for Clarion, Celeste Garman and Emily Hegedus.
A couple new faces in for the Mansfield Mountaineers. Well, Sydney Reed back into the game. And then Emily Hegedus and Celeste Ryman come back into the game. And now a late check-in. Will be Strickland. Working through, shot goes up, it will not go, and rebound underneath by the Golden Eagles. Shot, Hegedus for three, it will not go, ball loose. Hilton eventually comes up with it and will dribble down, looking for the transition bucket off the glass too hard. Perez got the rebound. Steps back up, now charges back in to Hilton. Shot off the glass and in. The Jasmine set that one up. Perez to Hilton. It's a 10-point lead for the Mountaineers. Shot goes up on the near side, no good. Ball loose, Kira Merritt comes up with it. To Perez. Perez will call her own number for three, and she will hit. Her bench on her feet, and a timeout called by Clarion. We will remain here, and this year Mansfield Athletics is proud to partner up with Visit Potter, Tioga, Pennsylvania. Explore the possibilities with the keystone of the Keystone State, Potter, and Tioga counties in Pennsylvania. Outdoor recreation lives here with 10 state parks, 2 federal parks, and over 400,000 acres of state forest land. Find us online at visitpottertioga.com to plan your next adventure. And stick around here, folks, at halftime. Visit Potter Tioga will have a deep dive of Highland Chocolates. A great place here in Tioga County, one of the sweetest places here in Tioga County. That'll be at halftime. Explore the possibilities with Visit Potter Tioga. Quickly in. Working back to the middle. Cutting through. And that goes out of play. And Books just kind of had to let that one go, as she might have been called for the double dribble there. 32-19 your score. Mountaineers ahead of the visiting Golden Eagles of Clarion. That one out of play. That's Perez. Over to Reed, back to Whitfield at the top. Cover cutting through into the corner, down low to Paglo. It goes out of play, stays with the Mountaineers. 12 on the shot clock. Cover and Paglo came back in during that timeout. Quickly out to Cover, catches it at the top. Over to Whitfield. Whitfield driving through, quickly down to Paglo. Ball is loose, and a foul will be called. And Jasmine Lewis will be the culprit there, will be called for the push on Whitfield. That's her first, team's second of the quarter.
Now on Jasmine Lewis, that's her first foul.
This one back, Cover. Over to Perez. With 12 on the shot clock, she'll cut down, back to Paglo. Dribbling through, shot goes up, no good, but Olivia Paglo will head to the charity stripe.
Foul 32, Jasmine Lewis, that's her second foul. Jada Smith checks into the game. Olivia Paglo stands at the Mountaineer foul line.
First shot, no good. Second one, no good. An 0 for trip for Paglo. And Clarion trying to set up. To the near side, Emily Brown. Into the corner. And another travel call on the Eagles. Under a minute to go here in the second quarter of play. 32-19 the score. To Paglo in the middle. Kicks this one out to Whitfield. She'll quickly shoot the three. This one no good. Got her own rebound. Charging up. Shot is up. No good. And Whitfield, I believe, will be called for a foul. No, it'll be Paglo who will get officially called for her second, team's second. 38 seconds remain. Eight-second differential. Brown back to the top for Hedges. Cutting through, pass down, good bounce pass off the glass and in for Jada Smith. Cover with a dead shot clock, 17 seconds. Over to Reed. Reed to the top for Perez. Perez spinning, dishing, no good. Paglo cleans it up and it will not go. And taken away by the Eagles. And they will just watch that time tick away. We are at halftime. And your score 32-21. The Mansfield Mountaineers have the lead. We are going to take a break. When we come back, we will have halftime statistics for you, and we will talk about what both teams need to do to leave here with a victory today. This is Mansfield Basketball on Mountie All Access, presented by Visit Potter Tioga, all part of the PSAC network.
Welcome to Explore the Possibilities. My name is Amy, and I'm the manager here at Highland Chocolates in Wellsboro. We're just a mile and a half outside of downtown Wellsboro on Route 6. Let me tell you a little bit about Highland Chocolates and how we began. In 1994, a county administrator and his friend decided to create a program to put people with disabilities to work. They created a recipe for a Scottish truffle, hence the name Highland Chocolates, and now, years later, we employ 12 people with different abilities to hand make all the chocolates here at Highland Chocolates. One of the things that we offer is our pretzel bark. That's one of our oldest recipes. It's crushed Pennsylvania pretzels rolled into a flat bark with either milk white, dark, or sugar-free chocolates. The bark recipe is so popular we've branched out and we now have over 17 different flavors of pretzel bark. We have a very unique souvenir collection. We call it the Sweet Souvenirs from Tioga and Potter County. You can find tree stumps. We have Cherry Springs Dark Skies bark. We have Rainbow Paradise gummy fish. We have several Wellsboro molds, including the Winkin' Blinkin' and Nod statue that you'll see on the green in Wellsboro, and lots of other chocolates to find when you come here. We are a nonprofit chocolate factory. All the proceeds from our sales go back into the program to help teach vocational skills to everyone here in hopes that they can one day get a community job. Highland Chocolates offers tours all year round. Every weekday, Monday through Friday, from 9:15 to 2:30 p.m., you can come in for a free tour of the factory and sample some of our pretzel bark. We also offer tours on Saturday from mid-June until late October. The tours are at the same time, and occasionally on holidays around Christmas and Valentine's Day and Easter, we will also offer special tours. When you come, you'll see up to 9 people working per day. Every day is a different staff, and each day they're working on a different kind of chocolate. So if you visited us before, please come and visit again because you're sure to see something new. When you come for a tour of Highland Chocolates, you'll meet one of our line supervisors who will show you everything that happens here.
Hi, I'm Jay, a line supervisor here at Highland Chocolates. Please join me as we take a quick walk around the factory to see what we're doing today. Many of these things you'll be seeing when you come take a tour. One of the tasks you'll see our workers performing is crushing pretzels. We crush our pretzels here for all of our pretzel bark, one of the items we're most well known for. All of our pretzels come from Herr's Company in Nottingham, Pennsylvania, where they donate approximately 20 cases of pretzels to us each month to help support our program. Another thing you'll see is one of our molders. Each of our molders will weigh out the chocolate to a specific weight and use one of our shaker tables to help bring all the bubbles out of the mold and to ensure that the chocolate is level and all of the nooks and crannies of each mold are being filled. Looking around the factory, you'll see many of our enrobing melters in use today. Each of these molders holds between 25 to 35 pounds of chocolate, and we use them for coating as well as for using chocolate for making bark and molding. The chain pulls the chocolate up into the funnel, and it drops down through the trough to make a curtain of chocolate, where one of our employees is coating pretzels. Once our pretzel is completely coated and the excess chocolate is shaken off, it is transferred to a cooling tunnel. It takes 7 minutes to get from one end of the cooling tunnel to the other end, where we have another one of our employees packing the pretzels off into a 5-ounce bag so that we can seal it later and have it ready to be labeled to send out to the store. Every day things change here at Highland Chocolates, so you never know what you'll get to see. These are just a few of the things that we do. In addition, we also make our own fudge, and we do special orders including corporate events, baby showers, weddings, and even any personal project that you might want chocolate for. We hope to see you soon when you come on your tour of Highland Chocolates.
For more information and to get details, visit our website at highlandchocolates.org. And for more information about activities going on in our area, go to visitpottertioga.com. On behalf of myself and everyone here at Highland Chocolates, we really look forward to seeing you on your next visit.
This year, we had you, the viewer, vote each week for the top play of that week, and we took the winners, we placed them into a bracket to determine which is the play of the fall. The top 2 plays were teammates, going head-to-head in Christy Byers' game-winning shootout goal up against Olivia Wagner's playoff clinching goal. The results are in, and this is your play of the fall. Driving forward into the circle, leaks away, still fighting for it, a battle in. Dana Evans cranks it, turnaround shot is in! That's a goal for the Mounties! Congratulations to field hockey's Olivia Wagner on the outstanding play and claiming that you have the play of the fall. Cutting through, this one blocked away! Looking down for English. English spinning, reverse! 1,000 for Trevor English! There it is! Back here, we are at halftime, folks. And the Mansfield Mountaineers have a 32-21 advantage in this contest, welcoming the Clarion Eagles into town. Well, the story of that first half, really the turnovers and the points off the turnovers. That's a big, big margin between that. 14 turnovers for the visiting Clarion Golden Eagles, only 5 for the Mountaineers, and that has led to 12 points off those turnovers for the Mountaineers to only 4 for Clarion. That's why you have such a big spread. You look, their numbers are pretty similar. In three-point percentage, Mansfield has taken 13 three-pointers, only connected on 4 of them, which gives them the edge there slimly. If it's not on your screen now, but field goal percentage in this game, Clarion's actually leading with 38%, or 38.5 to Mansfield's 38.2. So they're shooting fairly even. Just those turnovers have killed Clarion's chances in the basket. Some of the key players for the first half for the Clarion Eagles, leading the way really has been Jada Smith. On the glass, she has 6 points and already 12 rebounds in the first half of that game. 11 defensive rebounds and the 1 offensive rebound for her. 12, which is incredible, only 6 points away from a double-double. She also leads Clarion scorers. They've spread the wealth, though. She has 6. India Bobo with 4. Emily Hedgedus with 4. Olivia Books with 3. And Yasmin Lewis with 2 to round out the scoring for Clarion. And Mansfield, it's been Jasmine Hilton underneath, 6 of 11 shooting. She only has 2 rebounds, but 13 points on the day. She leads all scorers. Paige Whitfield has 6 on 2 3-point shots. Olivia Paglow off the bench has 4. Jasmine Perez has 5. Sydney Reed off the bench has 3. And Chelsea Cover with 1 on the day. That was that administrative technical foul shot she had at the very beginning of the game due to a book violation. Looking forward to this second half of play. What are going to be the strategies for both teams? Let's start with the visiting Clarion Golden Eagles. It's that thing highlighted on the screen there. Turnovers are crucial right now for this team and killing really any momentum for Clarion to get. They are going with that full court man-to-man on defense, and it has caused Mansfield a little bit of trouble. If they can continue to try and lock that down and then limit the turnovers, 14 is not going to make any coach happy in a half. If they can limit those, they've been strong offensively and been able to get a shot that they want. Messiah, their leading scorer, right now held scoreless. That's not going to happen in the second half. Expect her to get more involved and her to find her shot. Jada Smith has been outstanding. She has those 6 points. She's only shot 3 times and made them all with those 12 rebounds. Look for number 1 to be the focal point of this Clarion offense here in the second half. And then for the Mansfield Mountaineers, they've lived and died by the 3 this year. They are a guard-heavy team, and they continue to do that because of their ability to create those turnovers and score points off those turnovers, those 12 points off those turnovers. That's the difference in the game right now with 11 points. Those 12 points off turnovers really have been what's giving Mansfield the lead. They got to continue to force turnovers and then continue to convert. Down low, their 2 forwards have done exceptional work here in this one on the offensive. And Jasmine Hilton, I mentioned, she leads all scorers with 13, and Olivia Paglow off the glass at that 5 spot has been able to get 4 points herself. So if they can continue to work down low, work that paint, get those points in the paint, and then force turnovers, Mansfield could be headed towards a victory. Another big thing to watch for the Mountaineers, they have struggled in the 4th quarter this year. They've been close with a lot of teams. They were hanging tough with Gannon yesterday until the final 4 minutes of that 3rd quarter, where the Golden Knights of Gannon then went on an 18-4 run to put that game away. So Mansfield has to avoid the second half collapse in order for them to get their first PSAC win on the year and go into the new year a victor. We are going to take one final break, back in 2 minutes for the start of the second half. This is Mansfield basketball on Mountie All Access, presented by Visit Potter Tioga, all part of the PSAC network.
In NCAA Division II, student athletes leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's because Division II student athletes want to make a difference and truly be part of their surrounding communities. Through community engagement, thousands of student athletes from various backgrounds interact with community members who view them as role models. This interaction leaves a positive and perhaps even life-changing impression on all those involved. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
UPMC is a visionary hospital, cutting-edge research, all of the exciting things out on the edge of medicine.
There's a challenge every day, and there's the potential to help. When given the opportunity to make a difference in someone's life, that's a tremendous feeling.
UPMC's interest in bringing the best there is in the science and research and bringing that bench side to the bedside is what makes a huge difference.
Life-changing medicine is not only medical treatment or surgical treatment, but giving patients hope.
Here, getting ready for the start of the second half, setting the floor for the Mountaineers: Chelsea Cover, Kira Merritt, Paige Whitfield, Jasmine Perez, and Jasmine Hilton. Your starting 5. And Mansfield will have the ball to start. And your starters back in for Clarion, too, which was Kiara Messiah, Jada Smith, India Bobo, Emily Hedgedus, and Yasmin Lewis. And they switch to a zone. And now they drop back. Down to Hilton, spinning, shot is short, got her own rebound, second opportunity also no. And Jada Smith with her 13th rebound today. the wing, back to the top for Hedgedis with Perez covered. Into the wing. Down low. Caught, skipped out, and another travel. And that has been a lot of the turnovers you've seen have been the speed bag. Quickly in to Kira Merritt. Merritt comes across and will go to set up the offense. Pushes into the wing on the far side. Down into the corner. Hilton turnaround shot is good.
Jasmine Hilton.
And a quick turnover. I believe that was Yasmin Lewis who went to go pass the ball on the inbound, but no one was looking, so stepped over the line. Into Cover. See if Mansfield can take advantage of this. Back to Cover on the far side. Skips this down low to Whitfield underneath the basket. Shot up no good. Had a bad angle on it. And Hedgedis got the rebound. At the top, Bobo. To the wing, Jada Smith. And an off-ball foul is called. I believe Kira Merritt will be called for a hold. She is. That's her first, team's first.
First foul, first team foul of the third quarter on the Mounties.
This one in. Smith powering. Kicks it to Lewis. Bounces around off her. She does get it back. Back out to Jada Smith. Cutting through, calling her own number and connecting, and she'll head to the line.
Foul charge to Jasmine Hilton. Second personal foul.
Jasmine Hilton, that's her second, team's second.
Jada Smith looks to complete a 3-point play.
Trying to get the momentum back to Clarion's side. Free throw up, off the back, and then drops through. Into Merritt. Merritt trapped, gets this one out to Whitfield. She is fouled. Whitfield will throw it in. That foul was on Smith. That's her second. Perez slows things down at the top. Over to Merritt, near side. Leaves it for Cover. Swings it to Perez. Back to Cover. Down to Hilton. Hilton one-on-one. Spin. Shot. Connect.
Hilton.
Hilton now with 17, and another speed bag brought out. Another walk, the second already of this quarter. This one in to Merritt, to Perez. Perez cutting through, calling her own number, will head to the line.
Foul number 1, Emily Hegedus. That's her first foul. Second team foul.
Hedgedis will be called for the foul. That's her first, team's second. Perez at the line shooting 2. First one is good. Second one coming up. Second one finds Twine as well. A perfect trip there for Jazz Hilton, or Jazz Perez, excuse me. They roll this one in. Bobo at the top. Working around the outside. Looking down low to Lewis. Power dribble, turnaround shot. High off the glass, no good. Bounding away, got her own rebound. As that one bounded long. Looking underneath for Hedgedis. And Whitfield will be called for the foul, and that shot goes in. As Whitfield mistimed it, jumped up high. And still able to get the basket was Hedges.
Looks to complete a three-point play.
Shot no good. Whitfield got the rebound to Cover. Back out to Whitfield. Whitfield stepping through and getting it in. Whitfield all the way down the floor. Trying to set up to the near side for Hedges. Down to Smith. Smith powering through, kicks it out. Step through, kick back, shot goes up off the front of the rim, rebounded long. Lewis there for the shot, then shot up for three is no good. First missed shot on the day there for Jada Smith. Perez trying to go coast to coast. Quick to Hilton, off the glass and in. Jasmine to Jasmine for two. And a timeout here by the Golden Eagles. And we'll take one with them. The score 42-26 with 6:28 to go here in this third quarter. This is Mansfield basketball on Mountie All Access, presented by Visit Potter Tioga.
From court to court and lane to lane, under the lights or under the sun, no one delivers Division II sports like NCAA.com. The center of D2 is inside the NCAA.com hub, with exclusive highlights of every sport and live broadcasts of every Division II championship found nowhere else. Make NCAA.com yours, the home of Division II college sports.
Back here, Mansfield with a 42-26 lead against the Clarion Golden Eagles. Whitfield, Perez, Reed, Merritt, and Peglow are on the floor for the Mounties. And Smith, Bobo, Messiah, Books, and Lewis. Or excuse me, that's Hedges, not Books, on the floor for the Golden Eagles. Shooting this one up, India Bobo connects. Out of the timeout, trapped in the corner. Gets this one back to Merritt, swings this one ahead. Whitfield across, cutting through, goes out of play. And the Clarion faithful who made the travel happy with that defensive stand there for the Eagles. 21 seconds remain on the shot clock. Quickly out, Reed to the corner for Merritt. She'll shoot the three, too much on that one. Bounding long, a foul will be called. And they'll get Smith for an over the back, I believe. That's her third, team's third.
Jada Smith, her third personal foul, third team foul.
To the near side, Merritt looking down low for Whitfield. Whitfield turnaround jumper, no good. Fighting for it, Smith gets the rebound. She'll push it ahead. Through. And to Messiah, into the corner. Cutting down through, kicks this one out. Lewis will shoot, hand in her face, will not make the shot. And Kira Merritt will be called for the foul. Team's fourth. I believe that's Merritt's second.
Foul charge to number 4, Kira Merritt. That's her second foul.
Cover and Hilton back in for Whitfield and Peglow. Quickly into Bobo, being covered by Cover. To the top. Hedges cutting through. And Sydney Reed will be called for the foul. That will put Clarion in the bonus. They'll head to the line for 2 shots.
Foul on the 5th Mountaineer team foul. Emily Hegevis stands at the foul line for the Eagles.
First shot finds Twine. And both of them good.
Hegevis, 2 foul shot.
To Reed, quickly ahead. It was batted around. Merritt comes up with it. Gets this one ahead to Hilton. Turnaround jumper is no good. Rebound underneath by Cover, who dribbles it out to set up. Over to Merritt. Merritt to Reed. Back to the top for Hilton. Swings it to Perez. Perez cutting down and through. She's stopped in her tracks. 5 to shoot. Cover cutting through. Kicks it. Hilton's shot goes up off the side. No good. And another defensive stand there. And Mansfield struggled with the press yesterday. Perez ends up with it, and she is fouled. I believe Kiera Messiah will be called for that one. That is the team's 4th. And her first. That brings us to immediate timeout. We're going to take one with them. 42-30 the score. Clarion on a little bit of a run here. This is Mansfield basketball on Mountie All Access, presented by Visit Potter Tioga.
It's time to make the PSAC yours. More than 7,500 student athletes working to become champions in 23 championship sports at 18 universities, educating more than 118,000 students, and supported by an alumni base of over 900,000. All in and all ready to make the PSAC yours. It's the Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference.
By Dombrowski, cutting through. This one blocked away. Looking down for English. English spinning. Reverse. 1,000 for Trevor English. There it is. Back here. 42-30 the score. Last 4 points have come from the Bald Eagles, or excuse me, the Golden Eagles, who faced the Bald Eagles yesterday. Kira Merritt, they break the press, quickly out to Cover into the corner for Perez. Perez cutting baseline, kicks this one. And a foul will be called on Clarion. That on Lewis. That's her 3rd, team's 5th. Both teams now in the bonus for.
Foul 32, Jasmine Lewis, her 3rd personal foul, 15th foul. Perez stands at the Mansfield.
So Jasmine Perez will have 2 shots at the line. First shot good. Perez no good on the second one. And Bobo on the far side. Drifting back to the top. Weaving through, lays this one up. She is fouled. And so Bobo will head to the line. That's the first foul on Cover.
Chelsea Cover her first foul, 15th foul.
First shot, no good, long off the back of the rim. Second one will find the bucket. Quickly in. Merritt back to Reed, spins to Cover. Cover to Merritt. And Merritt brings it back and will set up the offense with 20 on the shot clock. Cover steps through, shot goes up, and it finds Twine. That's good for Cover. 45-31, your score here. Cutting through, weaving this one up, shot no good. Hilton comes down with the rebound, swings this one ahead to Cover. Cutting through, lays this one up and in, Chelsea Cover. Our last 4 points coming from her. Smith cutting through, kicks this one out, Hedges. Steps through, slides through, shot goes up, will not go. Sydney Reed, the culprit there on that foul.
Foul charge to number 10, Sydney Reed. That's her third personal foul.
A complete line change for Clarion. Minus, of course, Hedges, who is the current shooter. She makes her first. It's Haley Hart, Emily Brown, Celeste Raymond, Books, and for now it'll be Hedges after she misses that one to Perez. Back to the top. Quickly to Hilton. Hilton off balance, just had to throw that one up towards the basket. Ryman on the near side. Swings this one around. Books. Over to Ryman. Shot goes up for three. It's long, no good. Bounding out of play off the top of the head of Olivia Books.
Number 4, Neely Whitehead now in the game.
Neely Whitehead checks in and completes the official line change for the Golden Eagles. Looking for Perez, but mishandles the pass. Goes out of play. Now Mansfield showing press. Quickly in, trapped in the corner, trying to weave through. Is still stuck, and a foul will be called. And they'll make the long trek down. And that's the risk when you run the press. You want to get ultra aggressive in that corner, but that one could lead to exactly this, the foul and in the bonus. They make that long walk down. First shot goes up and in for Olivia Books. Second one finds Twine as well. Reed to Cover, back to Reed. Back to Cover, 6 seconds to get across, through to Merritt. Merritt over to Cover. And she'll get called for the walk. And Coach Whitling wants to talk things over. We'll take a break with him. 47-34 with 2:12 to go in the third quarter. This is Mansfield basketball on Mountie All Access, presented by Visit Potter Tioga, all part of the PSAC network.
Life-changing medicine is not only medical treatment or surgical treatment, but giving patients hope.
UPMC brings so much to the table. They're just a comprehensive visionary system.
UPMC.
Right back to the action here. Bald Eagles with possession, 2 minutes to go here in quarter number 3. Working it around. At the top, Books trying to step through. Swings this one out. Brown's shot is up, hand in the face. May have altered the shot, but an offensive rebound by Whitehead. Into the corner, shot for 3 is short. Fighting for it, and a foul will be called. And Jasmine Perez was in on it for the Mountaineers. So they'll make the long trek. Usually you don't see this till the fourth quarter. The free throw battle and the long trek back and forth, but we're having it here at the end of the third. That's just what happens. Both teams in the bonus. First shot, no good. Second one finds Twine. 48-34 for Perez. Ryman. Over to Emily Brown. Brown looking underneath. Kicks it back out. Books, hand in the face, and she'll hit it.
3-point basket. Olivia Books.
And they call a timeout. It might be a blood time. They were looking at Hilton's elbow. So Olivia Peglow will come back in.
Olivia Peglow back in for the Mounties.
Over to Reed. Reed through, kicks it to Peglow. Out to Merritt. Kira Merritt on the wing. Will back things up. And now shoe out the way to Perez. Perez cutting through to Cover. Cover to Peglow. Back to Cover, cutting through, off the glass, no good. Ryman gets it back. She'll take the 3, it will not go. Fighting long, and another offensive board. Kicks into the corner, shot for 3, this one short. Peglow gets the rebound. And a foul will be called on Haley Hart. And once again, the long trek down to the other side.
Foul on 30, Haley Hart, her first.
First shot no good for Peglow. And an 0 for trip, but an offensive rebound there for Perez. Merritt over to Cover, to Peglow at the middle. At the foul line, swings this one over to Perez. Perez cutting through, weaves this one through, hopping, drifting, goes out of play. Will stay with the Mountaineers. Merritt gets this one into Peglow at the foul line, skips to the corner. Back over to Perez, cutting through, lays this one up. It will not go. Peglow got the rebound, kicks this one out to Reed. To Merritt. Kira Merritt will shoot the 3. This one no good long. Fighting for it. It's loose. Millie Hart comes with it. Sliding under the legs was Perez, but it is maintained by Clarion. Pass into the corner. Swings this one. No good. A wild finish to that third quarter But Mansfield holds on to the lead, and it's an 11-point lead, 48-37. One final quarter to go. This is Mansfield basketball on Mountie All Access, presented by Visit Potter Tioga.
It's time to make the PSAC yours. More than 7,500 student athletes working to become champions in 23 championship sports at 18 universities, educating more than 118,000 students, and supported by an alumni base of over 900,000. All in and all ready to make the PSAC yours. It's the Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference.
By Dombrowski, cutting through. This one blocked away. Looking down for English. English spinning. Reverse. 1,000 for Trevor English. There it is. Back here, one final quarter to go. Mansfield with the lead, 48-37. The Golden Eagles will have the ball first. To the middle, swinging it around Ryman. Working on Whitfield. Down low to Hart. Hart power dribble, turnaround, and a foul will be called. That will be on Hilton. That's her third.
That's her third foul. Fifth, her first team foul of the quarter, third on the player.
Haley Hart at the line. And she will miss. Second one will find Twine. 10 points separate the teams. Quickly in. Swings this one over to Cover. Into the corner for Perez. Back to the top, Reed. Reed pushes. Now over to Whitfield. Paige Whitfield directing. To Cover. Cover at the top, 10 to shoot. Looking down low, Whitfield spins around, shot goes up, no good. To Bobo ahead. And she'll cut through and then back out, trying to drive back baseline. Millie Hart from the foul line. It will not go, goes out of play, will stay with the Golden Eagles. Quick out, Ryman, shot for three. This one is no good, bounding. And that time, Jasmine Perez, who went up for the board, will draw the foul. That's foul number 3 on Olivia Books. Out to Cover, and a foul will be called. 2 quick fouls, that one on Ryman. That's her first, team's second. Whitfield to get this one in. Found Cover. To Whitfield ahead. Whitfield skipping this one to Perez. Going in off the glass, no good. Bounding out of play. They're going to say last off Hilton. Whitehead rolls it into Bobo. Underneath. Shot up. Got her own rebound. Second opportunity blocked away by Whitfield. 2 blocks. There for number 33, Paige Whitfield. Swings this one out. Bobo found a lane, will head to the line, and Cover didn't see her. That's her third.
Foul charge number 3, Chelsea Cover, her third personal foul. Second team foul.
First shot no good for Bobo.
Kira Merritt waiting to check in.
Second one also will not fall. Ball is loose on the ground, still loose, and eventually corralled by the Golden Eagles. Now there was a whistle and a stoppage. Now they may have reset the shot clock, might have been what was said. That indeed was, so they take time off the shot clock. 15 seconds remain on that shot clock. Looking underneath. Kicks it back to Bobo. Cutting through, calling her own number and converting. Well, this game is now in single digits. Cover.
Jump ball, alternative possession allows Mansfield to maintain control. County basketball.
Whitfield quickly into Merritt. Merritt taking off, gets past half court, swinging this one to Whitfield. Whitfield down to Hilton, off the glass and in. Back to 10, 50-40. Whitehead into the corner for Books. Books trying to drive baseline, and a foul will be called on Merritt.
Foul charge number 4. Karen Merritt, her third foul.
Gets this one in. Ryman steps back, will shoot the three, hand in her face, but converts. Forward to Whitfield. Whitfield trap, ball goes out of play, back to Clarion. And a timeout, and a well-needed timeout for the Mounties, trying to avoid yet another fourth quarter collapse on the year. We'll take a break with them. 7 minutes, 18 seconds to go, 50-43. Mansfield holding on to that lead. Mansfield basketball, Mountie All Access.
It's all part of Mother Nature's perfect blend, the keystone of the Keystone State. Visit Potter Tioga, a 2-county scenic outdoor haven conveniently located, yet worlds apart. A place where you can kick back, unwind, and forget about the pressures of life. Disconnect and reconnect with your friends, family, or even yourself while surrounded by nature's beauty. So start planning your adventures today at visitpottertioga.com.
Back here. Clarion a quick 6 points in this fourth quarter. To Mansfield's 2. Mansfield has struggled all season long in the fourth quarter. And a timeout to try and calm down the masses, as this game now only 7 points between. They came into the final frame with an 11-point lead. And Mansfield has seen that dwindling. And the Clarion faithful, who actually made the trip all the way up here to Mansfield, you can hear them getting into it. Will be Clarion possession. Driving through Books, step back, shot is up and hits the three. The step back 3-point basket, 4 points separate the teams. Reed ahead to Whitfield. Goes back to Reed, who will direct traffic. Cover over to Hilton. To Merritt, back to Whitfield. Whitfield at the top, driving through, kicks this one out. Reed steps through, shot goes up! Sydney Reed hits the big shot! A three when they needed. Sydney Reed tries to break the momentum. Underneath, turnaround, pull up. Books will not get this one. Rebound underneath. There for Whitfield, and a foul will be called on Celeste Reinman.
Foul number 11. Celeste Reinman, her second foul.
That's Ryman's
foul.
second, team third.
Cover back into the game.
Chelsea Cover checks back in, so it's Cover, Reed, Whitfield, Perez, Hilton. Perez has it now, using the screen, cutting through the basket, lays this one up, and will not go. Now Coach Whitling wanted a foul there. And Whitfield will be called for the foul. Felt the screen and just tried to move out of it and ended up pushing over Whitehead. Brooks trying to get this one out. Whitfield takes it away. Trying to cut coast to coast, lays it off the glass and in. Paige Whitfield, the captain, trying to keep her team on top. Works it around the outside. Pass goes long, was looking down low. And it was taken away. Was looking for Haley Hart on that pass. Cover over to Perez. Perez back to Hilton at the top. Swings it around to Whitfield. Whitfield to Reed, looking underneath. Wide open, but missed the layup. Perez, that's one you gotta have. Swings this one through Reinman. Ryman cutting through, laying this one up and getting it to go. And Clarion wants to talk things over. That should extend to our media timeout. We'll take one with them. Just under 5 minutes to go. 55-48 your score. This is Mansfield Basketball on Mounting All Access, presented by Visit Potter Tioga.
From court to court and lane to lane, under the lights or under the sun, no one delivers Division II sports like NCAA.com. The center of D2 is inside the NCAA.com hub, with exclusive highlights of every sport and live broadcasts of every Division II championship found nowhere else. Make NCAA.
This year, Mansfield Athletics is proud to partner with Jason's Pub and Grill just north of Mansfield in Tioga, Pennsylvania. It offers some of the best pub food around, featuring cheesesteaks, wings, burgers, and more. The pub has find Jason's Pub and Grill on Facebook to stay up to date with specials and fun events. Right back to the action here. Reed to Whitfield at the top, 10 to shoot, will cut through, lays this one off the glass, no good. Fighting for it and getting it out. Bobo. India Bobo on the near side. Will call her own number, swings this one off the glass and gets it to fall. It's a 5-point game. Cover. Into the corner, looking down low. Possession back to the Eagles.
Emily Heggers back in for the Golden Eagles.
Hedges comes back in. And heading to the line will be Lewis. As she got tangled up there going for the shot. In the bonus are Mansfield. Now are the Eagles. That's the 5th team foul for Mansfield. First shot, no good. Second one does find Twine. Into Cover, back to Whitfield. Whitfield swings it to Reed. Reed ahead to Whitfield. Who's across, skips it over, into the corner. Perez cutting through, lays this up and in, but an offensive foul will be called. And a timeout for Coach Whitling. That's his final timeout. And we'll take one with him. Back in 60 seconds, Mansfield basketball on Mountie All Access, presented by Visit Potter Tioga.
Life-changing medicine is not only medical treatment or surgical treatment, but giving patients hope.
UPMC brings so much to the table. They're just a comprehensive visionary system.
UPMC is innovative and always on the cutting edge of technology.
Defining not only healthcare, but health.
Its expertise, its focus on patients and what is best for patients.
As UPMC, we're able to elevate the standard of care. Just a wonderful opportunity.
Back here, it's a 4-point game. Clarion has doubled up Mansfield in this fourth quarter. The struggles for the Mounties in this final quarter have continued here today, right now holding on to that slim lead. Looking underneath, Lewis trying to power through. Lost the ball, it goes out of play, back to the Mountaineers. Whitfield got a hand in it to try and strip, then Hilton did, and eventually went out off Lewis. Into Reed to Whitfield. Over to Cover. Back to Reed. To Perez. On the near side, back to Hilton at the top. Working around to Whitfield. To Perez in the corner. She'll cut towards the basket. Lays this one up and in for Jasmine Perez. 57-51. Your score. Swings this over. Reinman open shot for three. Goes long. Whitfield got the rebound. Over to Reed. Reed across. Taking her time, 20 to shoot, 2 minutes, 27 seconds left in the game. Hilton, back to Whitfield. Whitfield using the screen, kicks it back to Perez. 8 seconds to shoot. Perez, quick shot for three off the front of the rim, no good. Ryman comes up with a rebound. 2 minutes to go in the game. 57-51 Mountie lead. Passes it underneath, batted away in front. It stays with Clarion. There was a discussion on where it would stay. That's the right call made as Hilton came through and batted that one out of the air and out of play. Whitehead comes back into the game for the Golden Eagles. They get it into her. Out to Ryman. Shot for three. This one is good. Big shot. It's a three-point game. Through to Whitfield. Whitfield across. And Reed will pull it back. 1 minute and 36 seconds to go. Hilton trying to cut through, picked up her dribble. No timeouts left, it's taken away. There was no help. She was just trapped and had to throw it away. Now only down by 3. Ryman for the tie. It is in. Knotted up, forward to Perez. 1 minute to go. Perez spinning, dishing it up and in for Jazz Perez. Now the Clarion faithful, you can hear them probably through my headset. There's 1 minute to go. Mansfield has a 2-point lead. There was a quick stoppage. And Clarion has it. Under 1 minute to go. Mansfield with a 2-point lead. Trying to hold on. Celeste Reinman has hit a couple of big threes. She has it now. Cutting through, lost the ball, but recovers. 14 on the shot clock, swinging it around. Over to Bobo. 8 to shoot, drifting towards the top, calling her own number, stepping through, weaving, shot goes up, and it will go in with 2 on the shot clock. Forward, over to Reed. Reed to Whitfield. Whitfield. Looking for the last shot are the Mounties. Sydney Reed has it. Down to Cover, 14. Over to Hilton, to Perez, 10 to shoot. Perez cutting through, kicking it out. Reed, shot for 3, it is good! Hits the shot with 3 seconds left! A big shot, a big 3 for Sydney Reed. And a timeout to try and set up a play to tie. Did Clarion. Mansfield got the big shot using as much of that clock, and then Sydney Reed, and that one, oh, that was a heart stopper. Lingered right there around the rim and then finally dropped through. This year, Mansfield Athletics and Mountie All Access are proud to partner with Visit Potter Tioga. Explore the possibilities with the Keystone of the Keystone State, Potter and Tioga counties in Pennsylvania. Outdoor recreation lives here with 10 state parks, 2 federal parks, and over 400,000 acres of state forest land. Find us online at visitpottertioga.com to plan your next adventure. Right now, the Golden Eagles of Clarion trying to look for a tying bucket. A big 3 by Sydney Reed gave Mansfield a 3-point lead with 3 seconds left. They do get it at half court with that timeout. Reinman is 3 for 7 shooting. Books is 3 of 5 from beyond the arc today. Ryman will be the one to toss it in. Into Books. Books steps up, shot for 3, looking to tie. No good. Rebound underneath, and the Mounties get the win. They hold on to win the game thanks to a big shot by Sydney Reed. We're going to take a quick minute break so we can catch our breath up here in the booth, and we'll break down what we saw from Game 1, a Mounties victory, 62-59, back in 2 minutes.
As I've gone through school, I've been trying to pay off my tuition as I go, and it wouldn't have been possible without the help of the Mansfield Foundation.
The Mansfield Foundation already helped me a lot. As of right now, I don't have any school debt whatsoever, and I know the Mansfield Foundation has definitely helped with all the scholarships that I've received over the years for that.
The Mansfield Foundation has helped me out several times throughout my college career. They have helped keep my finances intact.
If you have any sort of instincts, you can get a feel of good people and bad people. Like the people at the foundation are as straightforward as they come.
It's all part of Mother Nature's perfect blend, the keystone of the Keystone State. Visit Potter Tioga, a 2-county scenic outdoor haven, conveniently located, yet worlds apart.
With 10 state parks, 2 federal parks, and over 400,000 acres of state forest land, outdoor recreation certainly does live here, offering hiking, biking, horseback riding, ATV trails, hunting, snowmobiling, cross-country skiing, and so much more.
Close to many urban areas, but far away from the hustle and bustle, you'll feel like you've found a hidden corner of the East Coast where you can experience world-class, authentic outdoor adventure. Whether it's a family outing, a personal challenge, or even a leisurely walk.
Welcome back here to Decker Gymnasium. Joining me up in the booth is the woman who made that winning shot, Sydney Reed. Let's start there. It was a tough battle getting that last shot. What was the game plan, and how did you get that one to go in?
Well, we just knew we had to take care of the ball. They were pressing us pretty hard, so we knew we had to get across the court. We were looking for the last shot, and JP, she just drove and made a nice kick, and that was a nice pass from her. That's how we got it done. Man, that was one of those shots, too, that gets the heart pumping. It took maybe like 4 bounces and seemed like it lingered there for a good 10 seconds. So a game goes like that. You guys have a lead. The fourth quarter starts to get away from you guys. What do you have to do to keep everyone with focused and back into this game? We just got to try to keep our composure. So, even if we make a bad pass or we get a turnover, we just got to, keep our heads up and keep going because we know we got to keep working toward the end. So, altogether, looking at the game as a whole, what were the keys that you guys saw to get this victory? Coming into this game, we knew we had to play great defense. We needed to have good help side because they're a driving team, and we knew we needed to play together, and that's what we did today.
Well, congratulations, Sydney, and congratulations on a great shot.
Thank you.
And we will take a break. We'll have the men's game for you on the other side. Do not go anywhere. This is Mansfield Basketball on Mountie All Access. Cutting through, this one blocked away. Looking down for English. English spinning, reverse, 1,000 for Trevor English. There it is.
It's time to make the PSAC yours. More than 7,500 student athletes working to become champions in 23 championship sports at 18 universities, educating more than 118,000 students and supported by an alumni base of over 900,000. All in and all ready to make the PSAC yours. It's the Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference.
Welcome back here to Mounties Midweek. Let's introduce a new face here on campus at Mansfield, the new assistant baseball coach, Anthony Goncalves. Thank you so much for stopping by.
I'm excited to be here. Thank you.
So, Coach, let's talk about that. What were the things that brought you here to Mansfield? What were some of the things that you saw that you're like, this is the program that I want to help?
Well, first, being a part of the PSAC conference, which in my opinion is the best conference in Division II baseball, having an opportunity to continue my career and get involved with the PSAC conference. And when I saw the opening and I gained my interest right away, and after talking to Coach Shalat and meeting everybody here, this is a place that I wanted to really go. I love being a part of programs and rebuilding, and Mansfield gives me that opportunity, and it gives me a chance to continue in my career path, what my goals are. And after talking to Coach Shalat, we thought this would be, a good opportunity. And I'm excited to finally be on campus and get on board and get things started.
Yeah, and you mentioned it in terms of rebuilding the program. This program has had a couple of down seasons in the past seasons. So what is your coaching philosophy, and what are some of the things that you really want to focus on, especially to try and build this program back to where it was?
Well, first and foremost, it starts with the players on the current roster. Mm-hmm. And that's something that I can't wait to meet and learn about the guys. And the one thing I'm going to tell them is I'm going to try to do my absolute best to make their experience better here, especially the seniors. Mm-hmm. I'm not talking about championships and all that. I just want to play good baseball. I want their careers to end right. And then philosophy-wise, it all starts with recruiting. Mm-hmm. You got to find kids that are going to fill, the empty spots that we're going to have after this year. You're going to have to find kids that are going to fill in what your philosophy, what your vision is. Obviously, everybody wants the 6'3", 6'4" projectable guy, but you're going to find, my job and coach's job is to find the kids that are going to fit what we're trying to do here at Mansfield. And then from there, you got to develop them. That's the other important thing about, coaching is the recruiting side. And once you do have them on campus, is develop them. And hopefully in a couple recruiting classes we put together, we could start competing for a PSAC championship.
Yeah, absolutely. In your past a couple of spots before Mansfield, what were your key focuses there? And what were some of the things you learned in your last couple of spots that you think can really translate to helping here at Mansfield?
So my first coaching job was Misericordia University in Dallas, Pennsylvania. Town a little bit bigger than Mansfield. It was kind of the same situation. It was tough to get kids on campus. Mm-hmm. And we just had that same group that everybody kind of bought in what we were trying to do. And we won that first championship. And then after that, kids always want to go to a winning program. So we ended up winning a couple more, and then I ended up coaching at Clarion University, which was a reality check for me because it was a different type of school outside of Philadelphia. You're going to recruit different type of kids, and the first year we struggled. We only won 9 games, and in the following year we won 20 games, and we got our type of kids in that program that we wanted. And then my last coaching stop was Philadelphia University, now known as Jefferson University. Division II school, very limited with certain things that they do comparing to the other schools in the conference. And I learned right off the bat that now I have scholarship money to play with. Mm-hmm. And, it's very similar to what the situation is here at Mansfield. Kind of had some down years. They wanted to get back into postseason, and we brought in those kids, the kids that fit into what we were trying to do. Kind of the same blueprint I used at Misericordia and Arcadia, and that's what we plan on doing here at Mansfield. Use our connections, coach and I's from all over Pennsylvania and even the junior college ranks to bring in the right kids.
How important do you think, because you mentioned how important recruiting is, the fact that you have coached here in Pennsylvania, you know the areas here in Pennsylvania, you know hot spots. How much does that help you in terms of recruiting?
Pennsylvania is probably a gold mine when it comes to baseball. You go everywhere from Erie, Pennsylvania, down to Westchester, Pennsylvania, or Philadelphia. There's baseball, and there's a lot of baseball. And I think what separates Pennsylvania from the other states is there's good baseball people that are teaching it. My experiences with my last 3 stops, I had to recruit in all of those different areas. So Mansfield, being a PSAC school and academically what it offers, it shouldn't be a problem to bring in those kids. But it is so important. You can't have a bad class in the PSAC. You have a bad class, it's going to hurt, not the following year, but down the road. So recruiting is crucial every single year, making sure that we have a strong class going forward and we have an idea. And we have to get ahead of the following class a year early. Make sure we ID those guys so we get ahead of some of those other schools.
Another thing that I'm sure you're familiar with as well, coaching in Pennsylvania, is the weather is not always the kindest to us here. So what is your strategy? Obviously, we have the gym where a lot of our guys are practicing, but when you look outside like today and there's a foot of snow on the ground, what is your challenges and how do you approach those challenges when the weather doesn't cooperate?
Well, first, we go back to the recruiting side of things. Everybody would love a kid from Texas or Florida, but I've coached those kids. It usually takes a year or so for those kids to get used to the northeast weather. But the current kids, you just got to have tough kids, you know. And I think it all starts with, you know, Coach and I. And if they see that we're cold, they see that we're struggling, they're going to do the same thing. You got to be creative. You got to think outside the box. It's not just us. It's every school. You know, Division I, Division II, Division III in the Northeast. You got to get creative what you're going to do indoors. I'm a guy that likes to keep things fresh. You know, the kids might get bored inside. Well, coaches get bored too. You know, we got to keep doing things, thinking outside the box. It might be one day where we're in a cage doing something, and then the next day we'll completely flip the script and we'll do a lot more agility stuff, or we'll work on defense picks. We just got to keep things fresh indoors. And, you know, as long as the snow's off the turf, we're going to try to be outside. I know Coach, that's what he wants to do, and defensively, there's no better way than being outside. And you got to get used to the weather anyway.
So with that too, another thing is, what are your main focuses too here early in the season? Obviously, this is like your first week, so you haven't really had a chance to work with everyone. But early in the season and in this winter time going into the spring, what are some of the things that you want to focus on and that you have focused on with the athletes early on?
Again, I want to meet the guys. I want to know what type of kid they are, what's the pros and cons, you know, of the last couple of years, and how they like to do certain things. And then, you know, plan on doing it either today or tomorrow, kind of introduce myself, what I look for in a player, how I am as a coach. And I want to keep things simple. You know, baseball is such a hard game, you know, score more runs than the other team. You know, if it's the long ball, small ball way, offensively, we're going to do whatever it takes to score more runs than the other team. Defensively, we got to communicate, and we got to just put ourselves in the right position to make plays. You know, you're going to fail, you're going to make errors, you're going to strike out, you're going to get into slumps. But my job is to kind of make sure our guys have confidence going into, you know, the first game, and throughout the season, try to stay even keel. We don't want to go down and then high, down. We want to stay even keel. One of the things that I want our guys to be, you don't know if we're down 10 or up 10. You know, we're going to play hard every time, and just stay simple. Make things simple, make things easy for the guys, and, you know, we'll see how it goes.
I guess one of the challenges that you'll face, you and Coach Shalato faces, obviously your regime is replacing, in a way, I know Shalat was part of that regime, but a regime that has been the most successful regime in probably Mansfield athletics as a whole. Do you address, or how do you address, the shortcomings of the last couple of seasons without trying to dwell on what has happened in the last couple of seasons?
Well, that's something you hear what the players have to say about that. And again, you want to make the seniors this last year memorable. You know, what does it take when I ask a kid to play for Mansfield? What do they want it to be? And my goal is to try to do that, try to help them do that. If that's win a championship, that's win a championship. Or if that's, you know, we get into the playoffs, or if that's beating some of the top teams, I'm going to try to do my best at that. And My whole focus as a coach and my philosophy is just get better every day. I don't care about what's going on outside of, Mansfield. We just got to get better. We got to worry about ourselves, get better each day. And, I like to say get better 1% every day. If you do that, we're going to be fine and the program will head in the right direction.
Well, Coach, thank you so much for the time.
Thank you.
As I've gone through school, I've been trying to pay off my tuition as I go, and it wouldn't have been possible without the help of the Mansfield Foundation.
The Mansfield Foundation already helped me a lot. As of right now, I don't have any school debt whatsoever, and I know the Mansfield Foundation has definitely helped with all the scholarships that I've received over the years for that.
The Mansfield Foundation has helped me out several times throughout my college career. They have helped keep my finances intact.
If you have any sort of instincts, you can get a feel of good people and bad people. Like the people at the foundation are as straightforward as they come.
The It's On Us campaign is a statewide campaign that invites everyone to play an active role in ending sexual assault. Mansfield University demonstrated its commitment to the It's On Us campaign objectives and became one of 38 colleges and universities awarded nearly $1 million in its On Us PA grant.
By standing up and speaking out, we shine a light on this situation. But words are not enough. We, as a Commonwealth, can and must continue to do all we can to protect these students. I applaud all those here at Mansfield working together to curb this epidemic and to create a campus culture of safety and education first for all those who choose to become a mountaineer. By signing the It's On Us pledge, the Mansfield University community is sending a clear message on sexual assault.
Pride and passion drives the Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference. From 55 NCAA championship teams, 294 individual national champs, and counting. Who's next? Make the PSAC yours. PSAC Proud is winning in athletics and in the classroom. Over 3,100 PSAC student athletes are honored as scholar athletes. It's a perfect mix of athletics and academics. It's time to make the PSAC yours.
It's all part of Mother Nature's perfect blend, the keystone of the Keystone State. Visit Potter Tioga, a 2-county scenic outdoor haven conveniently located, yet worlds apart. A place where you can kick back, unwind, and forget about the pressures of life. Disconnect and reconnect with your friends, family, or even yourself while surrounded by nature's beauty. So start planning your adventures today at visitpottertioga.com.
'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse.
The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there.
The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads.
Mama in a kerchief and I in my cap have just settled down for a long winter's nap.
When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang from the bed to see what was the matter.
Away from the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters and threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave a luster of midday to objects below.
When what to my wonderings eyes should appear, but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer.
With a little old driver, so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be St. Nick.
More rapid than eagles his coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name.
Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donner and Blitzen. To the top of the porch, to the top of the wall. Now dash away, dash away, dash away all.
As dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle mount to the sky. So up to the housetop the coursers they flew, with a sleigh full of toys and St. Nicholas too.
And then in a twinkling I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof.
As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound.
He was dressed all in fur from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack.
His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples so merry. His cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry.
His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard of his chin was as white as the snow.
The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke encircled his head like a wreath.
He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly.
He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him, in spite of myself.
A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread.
He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work, and filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk.
And laying his finger aside his nose, and giving a nod, up the chimney he rose.
He sprang to a sleigh, to his team he gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle.
But I heard him exclaim, ere he drove out of sight,
"Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night."
Crushed it.
Yes, a very happy holidays from all of us here with Mansfield Athletics. Let's head down to PA announcer Mr. Chris Vaughn for a presentation for Trevor English, becoming a 1,000-point scorer yesterday.
Basketball player, one of the newest members to the team, but a man who got his 1,000th point yesterday. Ladies and gentlemen, let's bring out onto the court the senior from Waldorf, Maryland, Trevor English. With his 5th point in yesterday's game against Gannon, senior Trevor English has become the 26th player in program history to reach 1,000 points as a Mountaineer. English racked up 844 points at Davis and Elkins before transferring to Mansfield as a senior. English has 172 points as a Mountaineer this season and is currently leading the PSAC in rebounding with an average of 12.6 rebounds per game. Trevor has scored in double figures in every game as a Mountaineer and leads the team with 6 double-doubles on the year. He's the son of Robert and Clarissa English. Trevor will graduate with a degree in liberal studies. Ladies and gentlemen, from Waldorf, Maryland, senior Trevor English.
Trevor English looks to be the X factor in this one as well, as last game yesterday was really the first game he was limited on the glass. Only 2 rebounds yesterday. He's still averaging 8 on the year, 8 per game on the year. Let's meet your starters, starting with the Clarion Golden Eagles. A sophomore from Philadelphia wearing number 2, Jared Stukes. A senior from Beaver Falls, Pennsylvania, starting at guard, wearing number 3, Elijah Cottrell. A sophomore guard from Natronia Heights, Pennsylvania, wearing number 4, Kason Branch. A freshman forward from Baden, Pennsylvania, wearing number 15, Aaron Hiddeneiser. And rounding out the starting 5, a sophomore from Joppa, Maryland, wearing number 20, James Price. And that's going to be the battle today. James Price at 6'7" against Trevor English. That battle down low will be fun. Your starters for the Mountaineers, a senior guard from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, wearing number 2, Jameer Green. Making his first career start, a freshman guard from Miramar, Florida, wearing number 10, Jazz Farrell. A junior forward from Hershey, Pennsylvania, wearing number 11, Taylor Sweeney. The senior center from Waldorf, Maryland, wearing number 30, Big Trevor English. And rounding out the starting 5 for the Mountaineers, wearing number 33, the guard junior from Bristol, Virginia, Garrett Cook. Of course, because of the crossover, the team switched their colors. So Mansfield in their black and Clarion in their whites. Clarion is coached by Damon Pitts with assistant coach Mike McCready and volunteer assistant Ewan Mwasa. And Mansfield is coached by John Senesi in his 2nd season. with assistant coach Seth Turner and a volunteer assistant Ryan Knapp.
Mr. John Tennessee. Assistant coach Mr. Seth Turner. Volunteer assistant Mr. Ryan Knapp.
As we get ready to get things going here for this final basketball game of 2019. Get ready to get things going. It's up. Clarion wins the tip. And the Golden Eagles will start things off. Into the corner. Back to the outside. Mansfield in their 2-3 zone. Back. Goes forward and slams it home. That's a way to make a statement early. The oop. Setting the tone early. Pass down to English. English out to Green. Green steps through. Turnaround jumper is good. Knots the game up at 2. Swings it to the outside. Looking down for Cottrell. Underneath.